inside my
Johnson, and we make this like eye contact, you know what that means. We're getting on the floor and it's about to get on, right? And Jamie followed us on the dance floor and he had some grooves and I said, oh yes, he's gonna fit right in. So I love, I'll just admit, so I didn't make it easy for Jamie. And this is my precious jewel. And so I made it tough. And it's one thing to say you love, but it's another thing to show. And since Jamie has been with my daughter, he has shown, he's demonstrated. I'm so thankful for that. So I welcome Jamie in open arms and his family. And I thank you for being here and supporting him and my daughter in their marriage. And I pray that we always will stay together and support them together. So as now we just like to raise a glass and celebrate the new couple.
Bear with me. So, pretty weak cup of tea. As everyone has stated about Brya, love comes to mind. And if you paid attention in the Mass, if you heard all the readings, love rang out. Right? Love rang out. Brya has taught me to love. Outside of your mom, when I met you, I fell in love with you. She stretches my heart. Now she also stretches my patience. Sometimes other things. But I remember, when you're young parents trying to raise a family, Nicole and I literally, passed off. She worked days, I worked nights. And I remember, I had to watch my kids. I couldn't just let the TV watch the kids. So I remember Brya, we used to have the old school VHS tapes. Some of us who are older realize what that is. Some of you don't, like what the VHS tape. But we used to have Barney, right? And I remember we had a little, we're just little struggling parents trying to raise a family. And I used to have Brya. I'd get off graveyard shift, kiss Nicole, by, and I got to try to stay awake. So I had to literally try to sleep in 27-minute increments because that's how long the Barney tape was. And I would sleep with Brya in my arms like this. She would sit up, and I'd sleep with her like this, and have the TV right in front of me, and I'd press play. And try to stay awake, and then as soon as it got to the I love you, she lost her mind and started crying. And then it was the longest 5 minutes to rewind that tape. And then it was, okay, press play and then go back to sleep for 20 minutes. And then as soon as I love you came on, Brya loses her mind. Probably go through about 3 or 4 iterations, and the next thing you know, I wake up because I'm just passed out from working an 11, 12-hour shift. And then Brya's up and gone, and I see her, and she's got her mom's heels on and her mom's scarf on. And then either nail polish or toothpaste. It was always those, or lipstick, nail polish, or toothpaste. Always on her. And always on the wall on the carpet. And I'd be like, baby girl, what happened? I don't know, Daddy. I'm like, you don't know. It's just me and you in the house. That lipstick got on the wall, I'm asleep. Oh no. So she definitely stressed hard, and obviously it speaks to what my beautiful wife said, and of course what Desiree spoke to, is that she's got a selfless heart. And as a dad, it's hard because you want to protect that heart. And keep being you. What I want you to know is that don't ever forget that you are loved. Don't ever forget you're a beautiful child of God. Don't ever forget that you're beautiful inside and out. Don't stop being you. And allow God to work through you in this marriage. Jamie. Now it's funny, it's providential. Father Sal used his 5 F's at the homily, right? And I thought it was great. I'm like, man, I got 4 F's, right, for Jamie. My speech for Jamie. And it wasn't, I didn't do anything about classes. And I thought about, as a father, the bride, she's my only daughter. You're always worried about who she's going to bring home. And, am I going to go to jail because I have to kill him? Right? I mean, what's going to happen, right? I mean, do I have to go old school on him and get really ghetto, right? I didn't want to do that. And categorize my relationship and journey with Jayme, it's been really 4 F's. And the first part was just fear, right? Fear as a father with your baby girl. Who's gonna steal her heart? And I think from Jayme's perspective, is fear of losing the woman he fell in love with. And when it went from that stage of fear, because we've had some healthy conversations, Jayme and I know this, but we've been on the phone, right? And I think that's just beautiful. It became the fight. Now I was fighting for my daughter, and he was fighting for the woman he loved. So we went from fear to fight. And then it came down to the faith. The third F. That if any man's going to be worthy of loving my daughter, he needs to learn to love God first. Because you can't love somebody the way they deserve to be loved unless you can love a God and know God loves you. And so it's always been my prayer for each of my children to find somebody who loves God more than you so they know how to love you. And the last F, as my wife stated, was the fit. Jayme fits our family like crazy. And we, over the course of this journey, he actually fits a little bit more than Brya. Just kidding. I mean, lightweight fits more than Brya. But it's crazy how much he's like us, and how much we get along. And in that, you didn't just gain a wife, we gained a son. And I love you. Now, for Mr. and Mrs. Hanan, ooh, that's a little ring to it. I'm straight going Hebrew on it, right? Biblical. And if you know the biblical understanding of Hanan, it actually means favor, right? So the words most commonly used for their last name is merciful, compassionate, and gracious. And marriage, especially in the context of us being Catholics, marriage is absolutely amazing and beautiful, but it's a cross. Why is it a cross? Because it's a complete gift of self. So as we'll continue to guide and be there for you, realize that in marriage, life's no longer about you. It's about other. For us Catholics, it's called a sacrament of service, because we're here to serve one another, and by serving the other, sanctifying the other, making the other holy, you, by that very act and effort, make yourself holy. The other thing about marriage is it's vulnerable. And one of the things I love about you guys is you're vulnerable. The cross is vulnerable, right? Being outstripped. Nobody wants to be emotionally unzipped. But continue to be vulnerable with one another. If you can't be vulnerable with your wife or your husband, you're in for a long road. The rest of us don't matter. In the big scheme of things, it's really about you and your union. So be vulnerable. Another thing is love is a decision. Marriage is love is a decision. It's not just an emotion. Once this all goes away, right? All the nice little, very costly dinner, right? The wedding day goes away and the marriage continues. And every day that you wake up, it'll be a decision to love the other as if you're you, right? And as if God is in them. And so continue to realize that love is a decision. Love is a complete gift of self. And just stay rooted in Christ. The reason why we believe this is a sacrament is that it's free to get married, you two and God. And marriage is hard enough with the grace of the sacraments. So without it, it's going to be very difficult. So just if we could raise our glasses to Mr. and Mrs. Hanan, may God continue to bless you and keep you. And I love
you. Do you know that you have ravished my heart? Do you know that you have ravished my heart? Oh my bride, yes, you have ravished my heart with one glance of your eye. has been and gone. I come over the hills to say, come away with me, my dear, away. Come away. Do you know that you have ravished my heart? Do you know that you have ravished my heart? Oh my bride, yes, you have ravished my heart with one glance of your eyes. We will be, we will be, we will be together. We will be, we will be, we will be forever. And ooh, would you lift up your eyes to see I am calling you now to me. I have so much more to tell you, and all that you really believe inside, what you see when you close your eyes. And I have so much more to show you. And we will be, we will be, we will be together. We will be, yeah, we will be forever. We